Once you have 3 high-quality Radial designs, choose one for your final. Once you have 3 different unique designs, each one different and each one radial, then choose your best and favorite and final one, and that's going to be the one you transfer onto clay for your final Islamic inspired clay tile. For your clay steps, you're going to need a piece of canvas, a pencil, rolling pin, 2 slats, an engraving tool, knife, as well as your design. You're going to start by laying your slats down on either side of your clay and using your rolling pin. Notice how the slats are not touching the actual clay. I'm also rolling from the center up and the center down. Don't roll from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom. Next, put your square template on your tile, hold it gently with your hand, and cut out using the knife tool. The knife tool should be used cutting vertical and as upright as possible. Remove the excess clay and save that for later. You can use that to practice some engraving. Next, write your actual name on the back, not the word name. Write your name on the back. Next, take your paper tile design and you're going to be tracing and outlining all your lines. All these different symmetrical shapes, you're tracing to put pressure down through so your design is transferred onto the clay. What I usually do is check each design to make sure it's punctured through enough to make sure that you have an impression. Otherwise, all of that is going to be for naught. So make sure you're putting pressure down enough so you can get that relief or that texture through. So before you remove that paper and kind of mess up your design, just take a peek on all the different corners. If they're there, then they're good to go. After you've practiced engraving on the scrap piece of paper, go ahead and move on to the final. When you're using your wire engraving tool, you're going to remove carefully clay from your tile. Notice how I'm holding it sideways. I'm trying to remove the clay, not just put a mark in the clay. So every time I do a stroke or a line, I remove that clay with my other opposite hand. Take your time and go slow. Don't rush. Remember, this video is sped up at double the time or twice the rate, so you should be going a lot slower than this video is demonstrating. Once you removed all the clay in your area for your shapes and your symbols, go through and make sure there's no imperfections or any flaws. There might be some different clay chunks that are in the engraved areas you might have to remove, and you might have to kind of smooth down the corners or the edges of the clay as well.